We are poorer than lecturers, yet we do not go on strike. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot, juicy news updates. Please click on the notification bell. This headline came from a friend who has been in the police force for 15 years. He said that's when I told him that I have a brother who earns 176,000 naira monthly in his 10 years of service as a lecturer at the Nigerian Police Academy. My police friend laughed but would not disclose his salary. He said, "We are poorer than lecturers, yet we do not go on strike." He lamented that his 2 children had been home for about 3 months now because of a striking academic staff union of universities. He alleged that many officers take bribe, but there are some who do not. Some lecturers do take bribe too, in cash and in kind, he said. Nigerian Police Academy is like a federal university for the police. I also learned that lecturers at the Nigerian Defense Academy, Kaduna, do not get big salary too, and they do not go on strike. Many of my colleague journalists who had worked for more than 20 years still earn as low as 100,000 naira compared to 176,000 naira my lecturer brother is getting after 10 years. Journalists hardly go on strike even now that brown or white envelope had eloped with President Muhammad Buhari's administration. They are lesser randy journalists than lecturers based on media reports. As a matter of fact, the media industry is not only affected by the current economic situation. Most professionals who work with private companies do not have their salaries reviewed. They stay on the same salary for years. The policy of the International Labour Organization does not work here. A few of my colleagues who left journalism for lecturing, except those in private institutions, are now complaining seriously about being an academic, even though they left due to low wages or their passion for academic. Some of them who hardly complained about poor finance as journalists had since embraced the obsolete striking idea of varsity lecturers to raise their pay and working standard. What they could tolerate in the media industry has suddenly become alien to them because strike is a culture in our university. My brother at the police academy also told me that the younger lecturers in the university did not like this archaic industrial action by ASU, but the old ones among them who had projects outside the university community to deliver. A few of them who do not believe in this incessant strike came together to form Congress of Universities Academics, CONUA, some time ago. Another young lecturer, who is now an associate professor at one of the first-generation varsities, described the old academics as the loudest, who always claim to be more patriotic than any other Nigerian. He said, like our politicians, these old-timers make money either as consultants for government or private companies and also enroll their children in foreign universities. They turn their place of primary assignment to relaxation center to discuss politics and go back home. No doubt, the federal government is not doing enough to lift the country's education out of the present predicament. We must also know that its ineptitude is not limited to this sector. It extends to all sectors, including health, power, and security. Nevertheless, many professionals in other sectors have realized that strike would not help the agitation, but continuous engagement with the government. Perhaps things will change with good leadership and their own personal resolve to make this country work again. The strike for me is like helping the government to destroy public institutions the more and creating opportunity for private institutions to thrive to the detriment of poor parents. As far as this country is concerned today, the most challenging profession is soldiering and policing, where the officers are not well equipped and not well paid. Yet they give it their all to protect the sovereignty of the country, lives and properties of the citizens. For instance, in the eastern part of the country, some police officers dare not put on their uniform because of the attack by IPOB militants. At some police divisional offices in the east, only 5 officers resume for duty with limited number of bullets in their guns, yet they cannot go on strike because of the nature of their trade. Bandits, terrorists, kill their soldiers at will because the military lacks the weapons and personnel. These set of people have family, yet they dare the killers, most times lose their lives while protecting the lecturers and their children. For me, it is not illegal for some of our agitated lecturers to change trades if they cannot tolerate the stinking education sector and move to a better sector that can sustain the economy. Let them turn their gowns to towns by not only deliver to us theory, but practical that will grow our schools and businesses. In one of his numerous writings, the late sage Chief Obafemi Awolowo said he quit journalism because the money in the profession would not make him to accomplish his dreams. He ventured into business and was successful. The lecturers of today are not fighting for the country, but their bosses, and have contributed immensely to the fall of the tertiary education by their strike action. The best of them, who really love the profession, steadily raise their game either by moving to private institutions or foreign universities. What is it that lecturers are asking for that cannot be resolved? It is about money, not about quality education after all. Having reported education for some years, what I observed was that there were exceptional academics who would go out of what government could provide to attract foreign research grants because of their brilliant proposals. There are few in number, just as in journalism too, where some are keen in writing award-winning stories and some do politics to get promotion. There are many of such in public universities, yet they organize the strike action to mortgage the future of African youths. ASU should come out with new weapon of negotiations. Enough of the strike. Let me say this to you. Let me say this. This article, Omo. So you're saying now, no matter how I look at it, lecturing, fine. You want to say lecturers are paid in kind. You want to say lecturers, they can get another one. But they say, waiting I dey work for, they go give me money. You will eat from where you work, Abi. And the government supposed to do this thing. Okay, if you're telling them now that anyone who is not satisfied with this now, with their pay, I'm coming to the quality of education, with their pay that they should leave. How many people go remain? See this matter, if we discuss them, we know we'll come off for here. On those notes, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for turning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.